and welcome, beloveds, to the Dr. Mumbi Show. My name is Dr. Mumbi Seraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you are moving into living life truly on your own life, on your own terms, creating your own paradigm, creating your own reality, and getting out of this global mind control. I think I'll definitely do a prophetic update on that. Thanks to every single person that supports us on our Patreon and our PayPal accounts. We would not be able to do this show without you, and we really, really appreciate love each and every one of you for making it possible for us to continue to do what we do. Now, some very sad news just broke out of South Africa. It's trending in Kenya. It's trending across Africa, and it's a sad news that the daughter of Nelson Mandela has passed on at the age of 59. Now, it's not clear what killed her. There's been no reports. They've just released this death statement, and they said that she died in Johannesburg hospital earlier this morning. Now, Zindzi Mandela, she was the daughter of course, imagine that bloodline of South African anti-apartheid leaders Nelson Mandela and Winnie Madikizela Mandela. And, but she became famous when she read out, when they wanted to release Mandela. I think they had given him some terms. And Zindzi was the one who read his letter rejecting the offer at a packed public meeting that was broadcast around the world. She is survived by, her husband and 4 children. We send our deepest condolences, and our prayers are definitely with them. And she was as controversial. The blood ran deep, and she actually she was the ambassador of South Africa to Denmark, but she had started to stir up some controversy on Twitter, and people were getting super excited. On June 14th last year, she said, "Dear apartheid apologists, your time is over. You will not rule again. We do not fear you. Finally, hashtag the land is ours." And the tweet went viral. I think, there were some who were even trying to force her to apologize. I don't think she did, but let me know in the comments. And then there was another one, whilst I wine and dine here, wondering how the world of shivering land thieves is doing. Hashtag our land. And she tweeted that in June 14th, 2019. And it kind of, they were met with numerous reactions. It stirred up the pot. Some people supported the views, others were against them and felt she should have, apologized, and especially holding an ambassadorial role, she should have been so, outspoken. And she went on to say, "I'm not accountable to any white man or woman for my personal views. No missus or bats here. Give over yourselves. Hashtag our land." And that's amazing, So she had created the stir up. We also remember she gave a very, stirring speech at her mother's funeral. But, for now, we'll definitely keep an eye out. There's something happening in South Africa, beloveds. I'm not sure what it is. I actually just want to Google South Africa COVID numbers, because South Africa has, the bulk of the African cases. I think at some point it stood at, at least 40% of Africa's cases. Now it might even be 50%, because 270,000, people have the virus. And remember how much progress was being made in South Africa over getting the land back from the Mzungu. Remember how, things were actually moving forward? And there's been some terrible rumors and allegations that in some parts, I don't know if it's Johannesburg, where they've dug up at least 1 million graves in anticipation of what is happening. Those are those kind of stories for other days that I will definitely get into. Until next time, tuko pamoja.
We're all looking for a sense of closure in terms of, yes, now I'm a liberated person, but am I truly mentally liberated? Do I really know who I am? Have I really gotten back to me what was taken from me? It's very, very important for us to be able to be spiritually aligned to the universe. It's very important for us to be able to get back our cultural tools that empowered us as a people and made us a strong people. It's important for us to see, no matter how excellent government policies might be, they cannot be implemented with a mindset that is not ready to receive. So you have to deal with that mindset. You have to change a mindset from that of a victim to that of an achiever in terms of our people, the previously oppressed people. In terms of our white brothers and sisters, they also need a change of mindset. They must stop thinking of us as being people who are going to save us from ourselves and redeem us from who we are and so on. But for them to also realize the role that they play, that they too, in a sense, are victims of total ignorance and condescension. So it's important for us to be able to find the correct steps to follow in terms of self-actualization, especially as a free people. You're not free if you have no sense of identity. You are a total slave without a sense of identity.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, Africa.
Hello and welcome to Africa Watch on the Dr. Mumbi Show. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I pray you're well in all your ways and that you are living your best life. Thanks to every single person that has subscribed to the channel. You guys are absolutely awesome and amazing. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead. It's absolutely free. You'll see the subscribe button and then hit that bell, which is basically the notification sign, so that you find out every single time we upload a new episode. Thanks to everyone, by the way, that supports us through our Patreon and our PayPal families. Really appreciate you guys. It's able to help us do so much more in terms of research, etc. We've been able to hire a research assistant, and there's a lot that's going to be coming in the coming weeks and months. I know you guys have been suggesting that, we add a few things here, create a few synergies there, and that's exactly what we're working on. So, by the way, you can also visit our website, www.drmumbishow.com, and subscribe, because we will be sending emails. Because eventually, those stories for other days, I seriously need to start doing those stories, but those stories are usually, blacklisted kind of stories. So we're looking for a way to do that. So definitely look at joining that family now. So remember Zindzi Mandela, Nelson Mandela's daughter? I don't know if you remember during, Winnie Mandela, Mama Africa's funeral, she made this amazing speech. Well, a couple of days ago, she tweeted, she's currently actually, let me just rewind a bit. She's actually the ambassador to Denmark, South Africa's ambassador to Denmark, of course, awarded that role. She's very educated. I don't know if you had heard how she spoke, in honor of her father, etc., etc. And she's 59 years old, and really, for me, she struck me as having, the charm and the dynamism of both her father Nelson and her mother Winnie Mandela. And now, a couple of days ago, she tweeted. And she was basically like, "Dear apartheid apologists, your time is over. You will not rule again. We do not fear you. Finally, the land is ours." And let me tell you, white Twitter went ham. Everybody went ham. I mean, people caught so many feelings, although she was actually being quite truthful, and and then she kind of went MIA. So she tweeted this. I think she tweeted this on Monday or over the weekend, and then she went on MIA. And she also tweeted again, "Whilst I wine and dine here, wondering how the world of shivering land thieves is doing." And then she put, hashtag our line, and people have really caught so many feelings. Some saying that, when she holding such a diplomatic role, she should not make such tweets racist, such racist tweets, because it can be misconstrued to be representing the government. I mean, people called for like the Nelson Mandela Foundation. They were told to intervene and comment, and they actually had to release a statement. They said that they noted the tweets posted by South Africa's ambassador to Denmark, but said said it had no intention of requesting a meeting with her to clarify it. You know, that's one thing I realized, by the way. So while I was in the UK, I actually visited the Mandela Foundation. They were doing this they had this museum and stuff, and they were showing his story. I think it's like a traveling exhibition, right? Purely a white vibe, like very beautifully put together. But I just felt like, and even the lady who I interviewed, I'll try and look for that interview because we have some missing footage, which is quite unfortunate, but I'll try and look for that interview. Even the lady, she was like, we're trying to get black people to come because the only people who come to Nelson Mandela's exhibition in London are white people. So now they're busy wanting her to, wanting her to the Nelson Mandela Fund to tell her what. Now, the government also was asked to comment, and, they even have like a social media committee or a social media like department. And they said, they were waiting for Zindzi to return back because she had been traveling or whatever, so they couldn't get a hold of her. And they were waiting for her to travel back to Denmark so that they could seek clarification and then move the matter forward. But basically, so many people are calling for her to be recalled. Well, mainly white people in South Africa. People don't want to know the truth. I mean, what she said is true. Apartheid apologists, guys are trying to act, and I mean, that's been the biggest white supremacist lie. Like, my great granddaddy was involved in apartheid, but that doesn't mean it's me. Why do I have to give the land back? I now own it. That kind of nonsense.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.